Hi, welcome to the second clip of the second module for the Photoshop video editing tutorial. In this clip, we'll begin using the timeline window to trim our videos as well as add transitions between them. Let's continue using our project from clip 1 of this module. Here we have the 3 videos we imported in the previous clip. Before we begin editing the clips, I'm going to rename our layers here in the layer panel. I will simply name them Video 1, 2, and 3 to stay organized. And additionally, I will combine all layers into one video group. The first step in editing video is to trim clips to only the sections we want to use. One way to trim a video is to grab either the beginning or end of the layer and drag it to where you'd like it to start or end. You can also move the playhead to where you'd like to make a cut, then click on the scissor icon. Make sure the layer you want to cut is selected when you do this. This will cut your video into 2 pieces, which can be separated, moved, or deleted. Photoshop also has a number of built-in transitions for video. Transitions allow for smooth blending between different videos, if you don't want a straight cut from one video to the next, as we have right now between each video. To view the transition options, click on the transition icon here next to the scissor icon. Here you'll see options for a fade, crossfade, fade with black, fade with white, or fade with a color. You can also choose the duration at the bottom of the panel from 0.25 seconds to 10 seconds. I'm going to choose 1 second. To apply any of the transitions to the videos in your timeline, simply click and drag it onto the part of the video you'd like to have a transition. I'm going to apply a fade-in effect at the beginning of video 1. Now if we hit play, or press the spacebar, the video will fade from transparent to opaque over 1 second. We can also change the duration of that transition after it's been applied by clicking on the end of the transition and dragging it to the desired place in the timeline. You can also delete the transition by clicking on it and hitting the delete button on your keyboard. Notice, because this was applied at the beginning of a clip, it defaulted to a fade in, whereas if you apply it to the end of a clip, it will create a fade out. This works the same for all the fades. Fade to black, white, or a color will simply replace the transparency with black, white, or color, depending on which one you're working with. If you want to fade to a color, not black or white, click on the Fade to Color effect and choose the color you'd like, then apply it in the same way. Now your video will fade to the color you selected. Slightly different than a normal fade, a crossfade fades from one video to the next. To apply a crossfade, click and drag the effect onto the border of 2 videos. You can also change the duration of a crossfade in the same way as we did with the regular fade. Crossfades will only work on videos that are next to each other in a video group. Okay, now I'm going to delete all these test fades and reapply them so they make sense with our video project. I'm going to add a fade with black effect to the beginning of video 1 and the end of video 3. I'm going to add a crossfade between video 2 and 3, while leaving the transition between video 1 and 2 as a simple cut. Okay, give it a try, and in the next clip, we'll go over simple keyframe animation for different aspects of these videos, such as their position and opacity. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.